In the early 18th century, Persia was a land torn apart. The once mighty Safavid Dynasty had crumbled under the weight of war, corruption, and foreign invasions. From the ruins of this chaos rose a man from a minor tribe who would shake the Islamic world and conquer mighty nations, Nader Shah Afshar, later known as the Napoleon of the East. Nader was born in 1688 in the Khorasan region of northeastern Iran, to the Afshar tribe, one of the nomadic Turkoman tribes. He was not born into nobility, but into poverty. His father was a shepherd who died when Nader was still young, and he and his mother lived in hardship. As a teenager, he and his mother were captured by invading Uzbeks and sold into slavery. But his spirit never broke. Nader managed to escape and joined local bandit groups. From them, he learned the art of war, diplomacy, and most importantly, how to lead men. Slowly, he formed his own army and rose as a respected warlord. At that time, Persia was under threat from Afghan invaders of the Safavid Dynasty, who had overthrown the Safavid monarchy and captured Isfahan. Amidst this chaos, Nader saw opportunity. He declared support for the young Safavid heir, Abbas III, and with his military force, began reclaiming lost Persian lands. In 1729, at the battles of Damgan and Merchcourt, Nader decisively defeated the Afghans and began restoring Persian control. His bravery, strategic brilliance, and strict discipline earned him the position of supreme commander of the Safavid forces. But he was no servant of any dynasty, his ambitions were far greater. By 1736, Nader believed the Safavids were no longer fit to rule. In a grand assembly at Mughan Plain, he forced nobles and clerics to proclaim him as Shah, king. Thus, the Afsharid Dynasty was born, with Nader as its founder. He now ruled Persia absolutely, but Persia was only the beginning. Nader wanted revenge for all the humiliation his nation had suffered, and first on his list was India. In 1738, Nader crossed the Hindu Kush mountains, defeating Afghan forces and capturing Kandahar and Kabul. He then invaded India and faced the Mughal Emperor, Muhammad Shah. In March 1739, Nader's forces crushed the Mughals at the Battle of Karnal. He marched into Delhi, the glittering capital of the Mughal Empire. There he saw unimaginable wealth, golden palaces, jewels from across the world, and people living in extravagant luxury, in stark contrast to his war-torn homeland. But after an uprising in Delhi that killed many of his soldiers, Nader erupted in fury. He ordered a massacre that left tens of thousands dead. Then, he forced the Mughal emperor to hand over the empire's treasures, including the legendary peacock throne and the Kohinoor diamond. He returned to Persia with a massive convoy of gold, jewels, and prisoners. The loot was so vast that he was able to eliminate taxes in Persia for 3 full years. Power and glory often come with a curse. After returning from India, Nader became increasingly paranoid and cruel. He waged war on the Ottomans and Russians, but also began brutal crackdowns on his own people, suspecting betrayal at every turn. In a fit of suspicion, he even had his own son executed. His soldiers and generals began to lose faith. In 1747, while in a military camp near Tsuchan, he was assassinated by a group of his own officers, murdered by the very men he had once raised to power. After his death, the Afsharid Dynasty quickly disintegrated, and Persia fell once again into chaos. But the name Nader Shah lives on, as one of the greatest military commanders in the history of the Islamic world. Nader Shah reflects the dual nature of humanity, greatness and madness, glory and ruin. He rose from poverty to rule the Islamic world, but also stands as a reminder that uncontrolled ambition can destroy even the mightiest of men.